Let's do 4 PvP. Now this one is gonna be spicy, boys. Let's start here. Demon Hunter. What are we thinking about Demon Hunter? Have in mind that Demon Hunter has a better summons build. He also has still has the strafe build, which still outputs a lot of damage. I will personally say that even though it is one of the most fun classes to play in the game, absolutely, it is. I will probably put it as a B tier, and maybe we may drop it later on. But my experience with it is always fun. It is a fun class, but I know it's actually not that great. The summons is pretty decent, but I'm not like the biggest, summons fan. And I feel like summons in general, they are not as impactful as other classes, right? So are we more in agreement here? B tier, like mid tier? Maybe. What are you thinking, guys? I think it's pretty fair. D tier. D tier for Demon Hunter. Alright, Wizard. Funniest class to win with and a harder to get spam on. Yeah, that's true. Wizard. I will say that, guys, Wizard right now, it is a absolute blast to play with. It is an absolute blast. It is, I will say that it is probably the best class in the game right now. A tier, there is a lot, and I mean a lot of diversity. No, we're talking like here, the diversity, the off-meta builds, maybe they will perform like A or B, but obviously we're talking about the Battle Mage. It is so fun to play. It is just like absolute blast. So I can't remember a time that I had like this much fun with the class. It is strong, it has mobility, and he actually still has some survivability because you can dash around all the time. And I also felt like it was pretty fun content. Now Monk. Okay, this one, it is so annoying. It is so annoying to play against. But here's the thing, you should play with it. Unless you are like a godly whale that you can one-shot everyone, it is not as hot, right? Like I played with the Monk, I played with the PvE, I played with the explosive like slash and dash. It is not bad. It is good. It is good, but I just felt like it was so boring, guys. It was so boring to play. I will 100% love to play or love to have back the helicopter, but I will still say that it's pretty solid, man. It is like the slash and dash, still pretty solid. Not S tier in my opinion, especially now after the nerf. You actually can feel the nerf, because before they used to always constantly spam, but now you see like the difference between them, which is nice. Tempest. What do you guys think about Tempest, man? Tempest, I mean, Tempest is another class. Any class with dashes, it's fun to play, right? Now they have like that one-shot build, which is wait, what the fuck? Monk is also B. No, Monk is not B. With that slash and dash is pretty powerful. Monk, listen, Monk can actually counter a lot Wizard. It counters Demon Hunter. It counters pretty much every class, maybe except like the very tanky ones on the Idol. Besides that, all these squishy classes, they get destroyed by Monk. On the Tempest, I mean, Tempest has a... I like to play with it. The Coral, it is very strong, but I feel like it is a build that it is so inconsistent. Like I tried to play it for like 1 week, and I still felt like it was very clunky. It was like whenever I play with the Breaker and the Roiling Surf, I have more survivability, I still output damage, and I have mobility. And with the Coral one, yeah, I had like this one-shot potential, but I felt like a lot of times the Coral would just not hit. And that like felt like it was very annoying to play against. So you're saying Tempest is S tier? You think Tempest is better than is as good as Wizard? I don't know about that. I will probably like put Tempest here, man, or maybe here. You see Sid's gang video on the tank monk looks interesting. No, I did not. But I mean, a tank is always a tank, right? Like it's good. Like tanks are good, but they cannot. They do not carry games. It's the same as supports. I feel like Tempest on the hands of a good player, it is very nasty, bro. It is absolutely super nasty. By the way, last week in the G6 speedrun, I figured out why the Zaders use the Slayer Paragon. I also used the Slayer's Paragon for the dots and the primary attacks. See, you didn't need to go and check that. You just needed to go and check my my 500 million damage Crusader build. That's all. It's the primary attacks and the harmful effects. So let's put here Tempest for now. Let's put, but I feel, guys, I feel like Wizard is above. I will say that Wizard, I think it is above. Barbarian. So Barbarian right now, you are pretty much reduced for the demo bot. I still did not try. I still didn't try that. I kind of have to try. Guys, absolutely got tiered. No, I wish. Oh, dude. Barbarian is not looking good, guys. It's not looking good. I think Barbarian, it kind of, I think it's like B tier, man. I think it's worse than Monk. And I'm just thinking, like, is it the same than Demon Hunter? Probably like this makes more sense, right? What do you guys think about this? I feel that Monks are stronger now than Barb. But I still like Barb. It is... Demon Hunter is better on the old map and dog shit on the new one. I still can dodge around like on the new one, but I know what you mean, because you can get like... People can come from the back from the portals and you have like slightly a bit... Even though it's an open space, it's a smaller space. You don't have like as big of a lanes. But I will counterpoint that by saying that the major issue if you're playing Demon Hunter, it is if you try to leave the base on the old map and you just can't. You just can't. Like if they are trying to camp, you're just too squishy. You cannot leave the base. It's very annoying. So I think like either way they're not the best in both of them. But for example, with the summons, one thing was interesting. It was I could be defending and attacking at the same time. You know, I used to put like the strafe and the torrents in one side, and I'll run to the other one. I'll put it again, and then I was just like literally bouncing between. And this was on the new map, so there's advantage and disadvantage. But I still feel like either way, the question was regarding the Barb. I still think that the Barb Barb is still better and more useful either way than Demon Hunter, just because you still have like the tanky potential and you can tank. Like that thing, it is still an idle pushing game. You're still a tank and you're still gonna have that higher value. Barb AOB, I don't put it in A because I think monks are better now, slightly better. I feel like one of the biggest downsides of the Barbarian is like it is so easy to kite, bro. It's actually depressing. The amount of like Barbarians, because they turn on the stupid demo shout, the Autobot Barbarian thing, and it's like so easy to kite them. It's just like it's super easy for that. You're late for the PvE. I can show you more or less. It's here. It's this one. So Necromancer on top, Crusader, Wizard and Tempest, Demon Hunter, Barbarian and Blood Knight, and Monk in the bottom. And now we're doing the PvP one. Crusader can still push the idol. Yeah, Crusader, but we'll go there. We'll go there. So, Necromancer. I still think Necromancer is one of the strongest classes, man. The Golem Necro, it is so broken. It is so freaking good, guys. It's, bro, whenever you, like, especially on the new map, it's so annoying. I don't think it's S tier. I think it's S tier. Oh no, I'm saying I don't think it's S plus. I think it's S tier because it can still be countered like Golem Necro if he gets out of like the form and you catch him out of the form, or he gets dispelled. So there are still ways that you can dispel and pretty much disarm the Golem Necro, and it's like becomes absolutely useless. You have the Wraith form. The Wraith form is still very strong. with the fear as well. But I will say, like, because of the golem, now what are the builds that we have? We have the fear with the vortex that, you know, and we have the golem. But I feel like the golem is so powerful. And then there's also like this new cheesy build with the skeleton mages. Bro, I don't know if that's a meme build, but that meme build actually does a lot of damage. If I go near these guys with those skeleton mages, they just destroy me. You know what I'm talking about? Like the build that is just like 4 or 5 skeleton mages that are like 3, and then they just like AoE everyone. I would say Necro is definitely S tier in my opinion. Crusader. Okay, Crusader. It gotta be S tier. It gotta be S tier. There is no other option. However, I will say that I don't think it's S plus, and I think if you play with Crusader, you will know why. Crusader still has a lot of like downsides regarding CC. It is very squishy regarding CC, right? Like it's like if you get CC, you're fucked. And it has like high cooldowns, but while you have the cooldowns, you're an absolute monster, and you can actually push or defend the idols very well. So you just, you know, turn on your judgment, you're condemned, and you just rush in and you do a lot of damage, and that's it. And the shield glare, stun everyone, one shot everyone. Absolutely godly. And you can even engage with your bubble if you want. I don't see any other way that than not having Crusader at the top. I think that druids are going to rearrange all the previous tiers and create chaos with the buffs and nerfs. I mean, like, they probably gonna run out like with a lot of bugs. So we definitely probably gonna find like some broken builds. But if you remember like Blood Knight or even like Tempest, which I'm more familiar, it took so long for them to actually nerf Tempest. It took like 3 to 4 months for the first nerfs. And the main reason is because, you know, you have all these new people that they join the game, they are excited, or it is exciting to play a new class, and like if you go and you nerf it immediately, those people will maybe, you know, lose their incentive to keep playing. But there was a time there was only Tempest. I only played Tempest like after the hype, after he actually got nerfed. After like the Flowing Strike got nerfed and all these things, that's when I really tried the Tempest. It was here on the stream as well, so it was like later on. So I expected through it. It's gonna be strong. It's gonna be buggy, but I just hope like not too many bugs. You know, that's all I hope. Blood Knight in PvP. I mean, Blood Knight at this stage, he has the summons, right? So I will say like Blood Knight probably is around here. Like Blood Knight summons are not bad. It's not good as well, but it's not bad. It's worse. It gotta be worse than Barb, right? It gotta be worse than Barb. But is it worse than Demon Hunters? That's the pickle though. Definitely is one of the worst classes. Like it gotta be like C or D tier. And even if you run with all the evasion gear and all these things, it is still like pretty hard to play. And it has like a lot of high requirements, man. A lot of high requirements. So you cannot really play Blood Knight with a shitty build. You can or a shitty account. You just can't. You're gonna get destroyed. Guys, I need your help. Where will you put the Blood Knight? What is your opinion? I need the chat support on this one. I'm in the size 50.1k combat rating. Holy moly, that's a big boy right there. From everything that I see, I feel like they are quite low impact though. Gamer is like absolutely sniffing something. Yo, Gamer, can you give me some of that? There's no fucking way it's A tier. I don't know like what kind of mushrooms, but I want that. I need that to relax a bit. S tier, yeah. You got the good stuff. I can see that, man. And I'm glad you actually, you know, consuming it while we're here on the stream. If you're telling everyone that Demon Hunter is dog shit in PvP, I need to ban me right now. It's not dog shit, but it's not like one of the best classes. It is just, it is is one of the weakest classes, of course. You destroy immortals in vault with it. I will probably put, because it's mainly because of the summons build, and I think they still have the infinite dash. I will probably put it together here with the Demon Hunter, or maybe here. I don't know. I'm so indecisive though. Mid C or B. So you guys think that... Wait, you guys think that Blood Knight is the same tier as Barb? So, Barb, it is absolutely a tier below Monk, right? At least in my opinion. And you're saying Barb right now is the same as Blood Knight. I mean, we can always come back here to these, but with a lot of potency, I think it's A. If not, then B. But you're saying because of like the summons build? Or is there any, or you're saying the infinite dash build, or is there any other build that I don't know about? Those are also, it's like two different playstyles, right? Like Barbarian right now is like literally just a tank, like a stupid tank, and then you have like you have Blood Knight that has like a different role, right? Okay, so I think we'll leave it at this.